What Wacky Weather by Marianne Mitchell. Art by Alexei and Olga Ivanov. "Let's take Max for a walk," said Mom. Emily put on his leash. "Let's go for a walk." "Wait," said Mom. "It's cold outside. We need to get our coats and hats." Max jumped and barked. Emily said, "Wait, it's cold." Mom opened the door and said, "Oh no, now it's raining." Max tugged on his leash. Emily said, "Wait, it's raining." They went back inside to find boots and umbrellas. But when Mom stepped outside, she said, "Oh my, now it's snowing." Max whined. Emily said, "Wait, it's snowing." Emily and Mom found their scarves and mittens. At last, they were ready to go. Max wagged his tail. Emily asked, "Ready?" Max barked, and out they went for a walk in the snow.
A Choo-Choo-Choo by Carol Kasser, art by Bouquet Erdogan. All the trains were lined up at the station ready to go to work. The big black train said, "Choo-choo." The silver train said, "Choo-choo." But the little red train said, "Achoo!" "Something is wrong with the little red train," said the station master. "Maybe these leaves are making him sneeze." So he washed off the leaves. Then the big black train said, "Choo-choo." The shiny silver train said, "Choo-choo." But the little red train said, "Achoo!" "Something is still wrong," the station master said. "Maybe this oil is making him sneeze." So he washed off all the oil. Then the big black train said, "Choo-choo." The shiny silver train said, "Choo-choo." But the little red train said, "Achoo!" "Something is still wrong with the little red train," said the station master. He looked in the smokestack, and look what he found. He carefully moved it to a nearby tree. Then the big black train said, "Choo-choo." The shiny silver train said, "Choo-choo." The little red train said, "Choo-choo!" And off they went.
Kitten Garden by Joy Cowley. Art by Wendy Rasmussen. Miss Tabby, the Kitten Garden teacher, said, "Kittens, tell me what we do on each day of the week."
"That's easy, Miss Tabby," said Ginger Paws. "On Fun Day, we go to Kitten Garden. On Tuesday, we chew kitty cookies," said Itty Bitty Kitty. "On Whisker Day, we clean our whiskers," said Midnight. "On Thursday, we wash our fur," said Little Miss Kitty. "On Friday, we fry little fish," said Big Tom. "On Snacker Day, we snack on treats," said Little Miss Calico. "The last day is Sunshine Day,"
said the kittens. "And what do we do on Sunshine Day?" Miss Tabby asked.
We play!
cried all the kittens.
We play in the sun all day!
Little Fox, by Nancy White Carlstrom. Art by Allison Edgson. Little Fox, how will you dress? In my red fur coat to look my best. Little Squirrel, what will you eat? I'll crack and snack on nuts for a treat. Little Owl, how will you cry? I'll hoo, hoo, hoo through the dark night sky. Little Bear, where will you go? To my winter cave while the cold winds blow. What will you do? Get ready to sleep. What will you say? Good night, sleep deep.
What's New? By Nancy E. Walker Guy. Art by Bridget Strevens Marzo. Felix, Max, and Harriet were visiting Mrs. Mole. "I have a new ball," said Felix, holding it up. "And look, I have a new jump rope," said Max. Harriet felt embarrassed, sad too. She didn't have anything new. "I have to go," she said. Mrs. Mole went outside and asked, "What's wrong, Harriet?" "I don't have anything new." "Of course you do," said Mrs. Mole. "I do?" said Harriet. "You told me yesterday that you made up a dance," said Mrs. Mole. "Remember?" "Yes." Harriet clapped her hands and smiled. "And no one else has seen it, so it's new." Harriet and Mrs. Mole went back inside. "I have something new too," Harriet said. "Watch, I'll show you." Mrs. Mole put on some music, and Harriet did her dance for everyone. When Harriet finished, Max said, "What a great dance!" "Would you teach it to us?" asked Felix. "Sure," said Harriet, and she did. Soon, they were all dancing Harriet's new dance. Mrs. Mole 2.
Bubble Fun by Marianne Mitchell. Art by Amy Wummer. Maria and Dad went to the Children's Museum. Maria ran to the bubble exhibit. She dipped a wand into soapy water. She blew gently, and big bubbles flew out.
Look at the bubbles,
said Maria. Maria found a table with more bubbles. She made a bubble mountain. Look at the mountain, she said. Then she painted with colored bubbles.
Look at my painting,
said Maria. Next, she stepped into a circle. She pulled a cord. A hoop rose up, making a bubble around her.
What fun,
she said. When it was time to go, she saw a sign. It said, "Please come again."
Can we come back?
asked Maria. Yes, said Dad.
Cheer Up, Scarecrow by Marianne Mitchell. Art by Logan S. Klein. This old scarecrow looks sad, said Grandpa. I think he needs some new clothes. Carlos put a red shirt on the scarecrow. He asked him, "Do you like the shirt?" Grandma gave him a new tie. She asked, "Do you like the tie?" Carlos added a hat. He asked, "Do you like the hat?" Then Carlos drew a smile on the scarecrow's face. Carlos said, "Now he's happy."
How Many Now? By Judy Enderle and Stephanie Gordon. Art by Deborah Melman. Yum! 5 apples in the apple tree. Here's one for you. Here's one for me. Now how many apples do you see when you're looking up in the apple tree? Yum! 3 apples in the apple tree. Here's one for you. Here's one for me. Now how many apples do you see when you're looking up in the apple tree? Yum! 1 apple in the apple tree. Here's half for you. Here's half for me. Now how many apples do you see when you're looking up in the apple tree? No more apples in the apple tree. But look in the garden. What do you see? There's lettuce and broccoli. Enough for you, enough for me.
Itty Bitty Kitty Sings by Joy Cowley. Art by Wendy Rasmussen. Itty Bitty Kitty was small, but she had a big voice. When the other kittens sang, "Meow, meow, meow," Itty Bitty Kitty sang, "Meow." The other kittens shut their eyes and put their paws over their ears.
Too loud! Too loud!
They cried.
Itty Bitty Kitty, you sing too loud!
Itty Bitty Kitty ran away crying. Miss Tabby ran after her. "Dear Itty Bitty Kitty," said Miss Tabby, "you have a big, beautiful voice. It is so big and beautiful, it wants to sing on its own. For the concert, you can sing the chorus, and the others will sing the verses." When their parents came for the school concert, the other kittens sang the verses. Meow, meow, meow. And Itty Bitty Kitty sang the chorus by herself. Meow, meow, meow. Perfect, said Miss Tabby. Itty Bitty Kitty, you are a star.
Jake Learns to Skate by Marianne Mitchell. Art by Carol Thompson. Jake wanted to learn how to ice skate. His big brother Lucas offered to help. They put on their skates. Then, Lucas held out his hand and said, "Take my hand." Jake held on tight. Lucas said, "Let's go slow." Together, they skated slowly across the ice. Then, Lucas said, "Let's go in a circle." He led Jake around in a wide circle. Jake waved at a skater passing by. Jake grinned at his brother. He said, "Let's go fast." He let go of Lucas's hand and tried to skate faster. But his feet wobbled, and plop! Down he fell. Lucas helped his brother up. He said, "Little by little, brother." And little by little, Jake learned to skate.
Helping Hands by Marianne Mitchell. Art by Emily Boone. Andy wanted someone to play games with him, but everyone was busy cleaning. Andy said, "Can I help?" "Yes, you can help," said Mom. Mom pushed the vacuum. Andy grabbed a small broom. He said, "I can sweep." Dad was washing the dishes. Andy got out a towel. He said, "I can dry." Outside, Grandpa was washing windows. Andy picked up a rag. He said, "I can wash." Soon the house was clean. "Good job, everyone," said Mom. "Now what can we do?" asked Dad. Andy got out his game. "We can play."
Let's Be Buddies by Marianne Mitchell. Art by Carrie Pillow. "Hi, Ryan," said Miss Laura. "This is Jose's first day. Will you be his buddy today?" "Yes," said Ryan. Ryan showed Jose where to hang his backpack. And when Miss Laura called, "It's time for morning meeting," Ryan said, "Come with me." At center time, Ryan said, "Sit with me, Jose." "Cleanup time," called Miss Laura. The boys put their puzzle away and headed for the snack table. "Sit with me, Jose," said Ryan. After story time, everyone got ready to go home. "It looks like you've made a new friend, Ryan," said Miss Laura. "Thanks for your help today." When Jose's dad arrived, Ryan said, "See you tomorrow." Jose smiled and said, "Goodbye, friend."
Making Friends by Marianne Mitchell. Art by Paige Billen Fry. Roberto's family moved to a new town. On his first day of school, he didn't know anyone. The teacher, Miss Garcia, said, "Let's go say hello to some new friends." Roberto watched a boy painting a picture. He said, "Hi, my name is Roberto." "Hi, my name is Dylan," said the boy. Roberto said, "I like the painting." "Thanks," said Dylan. Next, Roberto saw a girl feeding lettuce to a pet bunny. He said, "Hi, my name is Roberto." "Hi, my name is Becca. Do you want to feed him?" she asked, handing Roberto some lettuce. Roberto nodded. He said, "I like rabbits." Then, Miss Garcia read a story to a small group. Roberto sat with some of his new friends. Soon it was time to go home. "Goodbye," said Dylan. "See you tomorrow," said Becca. Roberto smiled and said, "Goodbye, friends."
Patrick's Cowboy Hat by Sally Lucas. Art by Chris Case. Patrick loved his cowboy hat. He wore it more and more. He wore it all around the house. He wore it to the store. He wore it to the school play and sat down in row 8. "Excuse me," said a lady. "I think your hat is great, but it's too big. It blocks my view. Please take it off. Please do." But Patrick simply shook his head and quickly walked away. Music started. Curtains parted. Patrick was in the play.
Polka Dot Parade by Michael J. Rosen. Art by Roz Fulcher. Bumblebees on lawns of clover. Look, the bird baths spilling over. The watermelon's seedy grin. The juicy drops drip down your chin. Fresh, sweet corn and just plucked berries. Sunflower blooms and sun-warmed cherries. Picnic ants and ladybugs' speckles. Sprinklers, sparklers, stars and freckles. The dandelion's glowing yellows. A branch with toasty warm marshmallows. In lemonade, the ice cubes tinkle. Twilight fireflies first twinkle. In day-bright sun and dappled shade, summer's a polka dot parade.
Playing I Spy by Marianne Mitchell. Art by Annette Heiberg. Katie and Grandpa walked to the park. Grandpa pushed Katie on the swings. Then they sat on a bench to rest. "Let's play I Spy," said Grandpa. "I see something blue."
Is it the big blue slide?
asked Katie. Grandpa shook his head. "It's smaller."
Is it the blue flower?
asked Katie. Grandpa shook his head again. "It's bigger." Just then, Katie heard honk, honk.
I know,
She cried.
it's Grandma's blue car.
"Yes," said Grandpa. "I spied Grandma's blue car. She's come to pick us up. Let's go."
Salmon for Supper by Anne Ingalls. Art by Logan S. Klein. Alex wanted fresh salmon for supper. "Father, can we get some fish?" she asked. "Not now," said Father. "I have to fill the water jugs." "I can help," said Alex, and she did. "Now we can go fishing," said Father. "Maybe we will catch some salmon for supper." And they did. "Look, Grandmother," said Alex. "Can you cook some salmon for supper?" "Not now. I need to finish my sewing and then pick berries." "I can help," said Alex. And she did. "Thank you for these beautiful berries," said Grandmother. "Can you cook the salmon now?" asked Alex. "If you can set the table," said Grandmother. "I can," said Alex. The salmon sizzled in the cast iron pan. It smelled delicious.
Sing Me a Soft Song, Mr. Wind by Nancy White Carlstrom. Art by Jennifer E. Morris. Sing me a soft song, Mr. Wind. the little girl said. Then she sat on her bed and looked at the dark night sky. But Mr. Wind shook the window. Rattle, rattle, shake. The little girl put her head on the pillow. She sang her own soft song for sleeping. Sleep, wind, peace, wind, please don't wake. Sing me a soft song, Mr. Wind, the little girl said. Then she put on her hat and coat and new red mittens. But Mr. Wind blew snow in her face. Whir, burr, splat. The little girl turned around. She sang her own soft song for walking. Walk, wind. Stop, wind. Don't do that. Sing me a soft song, Mr. Wind, the little girl said. Then the sun came out and melted the snow. But Mr. Wind took the hat from her head. Flitter, flutter, flap. The little girl ran after it. She sang her own soft song for running. Run, sun, come, sun, wind, give back my hat. Sing me a soft song, Mr. Wind, the little girl said. Then she watched the flowers poke their heads up. But Mr. Wind was busy pushing dark clouds across the sky. Rumble, tumble, play. The little girl looked down. She sang her own soft song for growing. Grow flowers, slow showers, wind, go away. Sing me a soft song, Mr. Wind, the little girl said. Then she skipped in the bright sunshine. And for the first time, Mr. Wind stopped. He saw the flowers. He saw the sun. He saw the little girl skipping on the green grass. Ah, everyone is singing a soft song, sighed Mr. Wind. So will I. Mr. Wind sang a long, soft song of spring. Grow flowers, shine sun, storm sleep. Little girl, run, and I will sweep the sky. The flowers lifted their heads, the sun beamed, and the little girl danced till it was time for dinner.
Surprise! By Judith Ross Enderle and Stephanie Jacob Gordon. Art by Marcia Winborn. You first, said hen. Amaze, said cow. Astonish, said hen. Startle, said cow. Astound, said hen. What are you doing? Asked pig, poking his head between the fence rails. We're thinking of words that mean surprise, said hen. Do you want to play? Asked cow. No, thanks, said pig. I'd rather play hide and seek. Then he made his way toward the barn. I'm always surprised, amazed, astonished, startled, and astounded when pig finds where I hide, said hen. Not me, said cow. I'm surprised, amazed, astonished, startled, and astounded when I find a good hiding place. I can't think of any more words for surprise, said hen. Let's sneak up on pig and surprise him. good idea, said Cow. Ready or not, here we come. As they stepped inside the barn, Pig jumped from the shadows. Zowie! cried Cow. Yikes! cried Hen. It sounds as if I surprised, amazed, astonished, startled, and astounded you, said Pig. You can say that again, said Cow and Hen.
Hey kids, find more great videos on Highlights High Five, the channel just for you.